Nah. Alrighty, so today I'm just going to kind of do something pretty simple, pretty easy. I am going to be taking some chunky chunks, especially that one. Look at that guy. Ew, it's triangular. Yuck. I'm going to be taking just some chunks of, ooh, that's fun. Some chunks of Georgetown and just kind of working them into preforms. That's pretty easy for me. I'm not entirely like feeling like doing a whole lot or getting into my next project, but I don't know. Which one do we start with? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do the big one. Let's do the ugly one first. As if I wasn't gonna. Holy moly. This thing is ugly. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I did do a little warm up, nothing too crazy, nothing too special. I did a couple actually. They're just like little tiny ones. You can't really see the flake scars too well. This is what I'll get down in what I'll call a preform. Ignore that big bite. I slipped. Oh, I slipped. And this is like nice stuff too. This is glossy Georgetown, whereas this stuff's, it's not like too bad, but this stuff is nice. I just kind of thin them down a little bit. You know, good enough for me to get right back into things. This one I worked a little bit further on. It doesn't look very good on this side because it was a really, really flat flake, but this side I did do some good flakery work on. And I'm sorry if it's getting blown out a bit. My new lights, while amazing and awesome, are a bit intense. But yeah. I don't know what I'll make out of this thing. It is pretty darn thin. I got a tape measure too now. Check it out. Hold on. We can use a new tool. Oh. I'm just kind of surprised I didn't have one for a while before. These aren't very big preforms. These are like 2-inch, around 2-inch. This one's probably, oh, that one's pushing like 2.5. So yeah, these are like 2-inch preforms. Small arrowheads, nothing crazy. But yeah, let's do some of that. Let us do some of that. Where's the ugly one? There it is. Oh, look at it. Isn't it beautiful? It's a thing of beauty. I hope that is not crackly all the way through. It's probably not. It's probably okay. But I'm not going to be very nice to this piece because I don't really, I don't mind triangular pieces, but I'm not going to go out of my way to mess with them. So I'm just going to kind of go fast and loose just a little bit. Woo! Ooh, that is very crackly in there. Yuck. Nasty. That kind of takes away. Oofta. I need to work on my angles on that. Like I said, not very good with direct percussion. I'm an indirect guy. Oh, that's going to be crackly all the way through. Yuck. Maybe I'm going to regret starting with this piece, but I'm also now kind of determined. I don't remember where I got this. It's not one of mine. I think I got it from like a mixed Small box. I think. Also, it's cold again today. It's like very cold again. It was like 38 this morning. Not fun. I went for a run in that. Yeah. Not fun. Working this triangular piece is a good analogy of how it feels today. I don't know, do I give you guys a sneak peek of what I'm thinking about doing? I think I do, since you all watch the videos. I'm not that far in. I really want to try to get this work down so I can just take that whole nastiness off. He's gonna do it? I don't know. And a lot of people are like, you get your fingers way too close to that stuff. Well, let me tell you something about motivation. You'd be a lot more careful with your strikes if you're worried about grenading your finger. And that's kind of what I need, because I go like, come on. I go super fast and loose. Nice. I go super fast and loose with my direct percussion. Oh, come on. Ooh, yeah, it's real nasty in there. Took a good section off that. Can I do another one? I think I might. Risking it for the biscuit. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, don't you know? I don't even know where that goes. Upside down? Yeah, don't matter. Yeah, I'm starting to flatten out a little bit. I'm gonna bring that down just a little. Or up, rather. Yeah, that's something, when you're taking like stuff off, you're moving your center line up, so you kind of got to work down in like the opposite direction of you want to go. So I'm working down this way so I can move my center line up here to try and clean this sort of stuff up. That is really gross in there. Wow, I hope. Like I said, I kind of flew across my garage. I hope that it's not a lot of that. And if need be, I can try for some overshoots to clean that up. Because that's weird. I don't like that. That's like a... It's like a seam, almost. I should say I do have more of these to do. I'm going to try to do these fast and loose, because I can do preforms pretty fast. So I don't got to be like super duper persnickety about them for a couple of reasons. First one is that I hoard my flakes. I'm a flake hoarder. Come on. I'm a flake hoarder, so I got a lot, like a lot. I don't want to hit into there because that's just, it's crungly. I don't want to hit into the crungly stuff. I really don't. I should have braided that just a little bit. I hoard my flakes. I mean, over here, I have a bunch of like, well, I can kind of take one off the top here. Here's the Jaspers. I might work one of those this morning. Yeah, that'd be fun. You know which one I'm thinking about? There's two of them. There's two of them that I think are going to be pretty good. They're a little weird, but I got a couple of them in here that I want to try and work. This is a tangent. Sorry, you're getting the full force ADHD this morning. These are a couple ones that I'm thinking might be pretty good, especially this one. I don't know about the cracks in that one, and I don't know about that one, but yeah. I just have totes like this, just off to my side that I kind of keep my stuff organized in. And a lot of them are filled with like flakes. So yeah, I'm not too precious about my, you know, I might be able to just go straight into indirect for this now. Like I said, I don't like using this. I don't like using it when I gotta break stuff down. You can tell how much I use of this thing. You want to know how much I use with my indirect. This is my nasty rod. This thing is so soft, it bends. Let's see here. I've taken like 3 inches off of this one. I have used and abused it. Where's my whacker stick? There it is. Okay. Should we go bold? Try to take that whole thing off. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on. Let's do it. Get it to it. Get it to it. Ready? Ready. Darn it! It's still pretty darn good. Whoa. It hinged. That's what a hinge is, boys. It's when the flake, she just don't got the beans. She goes and then it hinges. So it's not a step, since it kind of rounded out. Ooh, it's like, that was definitely like a crack, because see how fuzzy that is? That's not like a break. And it went up here too, which is interesting. I don't know. I'm keeping a couple of these. I'm just kind of collecting a few micro blades to use for random stuff, just because they're kind of fun to have around. I don't know. Whenever I get like these long, super duper skinny, like listen. Love that noise. Yeah, they're just little, super duper tiny micro flakes. I just like hold on to a couple of those. But that's not too bad at all. Like I said, this is nasty in here, so I don't really know. I don't really know. I kind of just want to. Yeah, it's just crungly. That's very crungly. Let's do another ballsy strike. I went up again. Yeah, and then it had something like that. So there's weirdness. Certified weirdness in this Georgetown. Interesting. Very interesting. like how I started with the biggest one. I don't suspect that the others are going to be too much harder, and I did kind of pick the nastiest of my flakes. There we go. That took some of it off. Took a good bit of it off. And it's weird to work with stone again, like I said. I think I said in one of my previous other videos, I don't know, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I hit my light. I have a bunch of obsidian now that I'm going to try to work with. That's kind of gross. I hate these. These are my enemy. These cliff faces, they're like sand dunes. Hate those things. Hate them. Hate those things. But yeah, it's weird to be working with stone again. I'm gonna see if I can. This is me being. Oh, that's me being super duper greedy. Oh, I'm gonna bend my rod. I'm just trying to go up and around to clean some of this off because I hate dealing with it. I just do. I did bend it. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. I've used this as a hammerstone, if you couldn't tell. It's pretty good for breaking up some Iowa chert, which I do have videos planned for. I got a bunch of weird Iowa heat treat stuff. No idea what it is. But I know what it looks like. And I can collect a reasonable amount of it. It just demands heat treat. Like, it demands it. You need to heat treat it unless you just want to suffer. And even then, I should say, it's not like it gets it like any better. Like, while it's raw and unheat treated, no. I'd say it's like this is as bad as the basalt. It's better than the basalt, but it's not nice. Like, it's something you pick up and you go, oh no, my fingers are gonna be sore after working this. And then when you heat treat it, it gets a little better. It's kind of, from when I've shown it to people, they compare it to what's that stuff called? It's not Tallahassee quartzite. It's like Tallahatta quartzite. I don't know. You all know what I mean. It should be fun to try sometime. It looks super interesting. I was reading an article on it, and they were like, yeah, the artifacts you find are kind of like semi-disintegrating because of the acidity in the soils. Ooh, there's weirdness in there. Maybe I did that. Oops. The acidity in the soils down there, down south, dissolves like the silica bonds or something. It dissolves something in there because, like, I think, I'm just trying to repeat what I read, but this might not be 100% correct, so don't take my word for it 100%. It's like silicified sand or something. Like, it has sand in it, so it just kind of like turns back to sand due to the acidity in the soils. But if you get like brand spanking new stuff that hasn't been affected by the soils or weather, it's not bad, and people make all sorts of really cool stuff out of it. At least it looks cool to me. So, yeah. So it's kind of like, I guess it's sort of kind of in the same vein as this. It's gorgeous. I tell you what, it is pretty. So when I do watch it, even if you like don't like the napping stuff, if you're just like a rock guy, it's a good time. I enjoy popping them open because it's really a mystery. Oh boy, I might sneeze here. I gotta fix a curve here. Hold on. What do I want to do? I think I'm gonna do, because that's gross in there. I might try and round this off. I might lose some of this, but I'm not too worried. I am more worried about that crackliness that I'm going through right now. Because I don't know how deep that goes. It doesn't go all the way through from what I can see. Let's shoot a flake into it. Or not. Excuse me. Oh, well, let's not. It's just kind of like a little bit of an island. I'll get those on my points, like near the tips and stuff where I get a step fracture, and then it turns into like a barrier. I hate that. I hate that so much. It'll end up like something like this, where it's just like, oh, that's on the edge now and I can't get through and I can't go over it and I have to like raise the edge and just do a bunch of stuff. And that's like one of my nemesis artifacts while making points. I mean, I've gotten a lot better at taking care of them now, but whenever I get them during pressure flaking, that's when it's like, darn it. Shoot. It's not what I want. But otherwise, what was I doing again? Yeah. Be a little fast and loose on those. Gosh, it's so cold. It was May 20, what is it? I don't know. It's May 20 something. Yeah, gosh, I can't believe it's so cold right now. I don't think I've ever had to wear my stocking cap in May before. Here we are. Yuck, what in the world? Are you good, Chief? No. That I will say, working stone with a copper, your tools will get worn out. Like real bad. Which I guess makes sense. And obsidian will do the same thing, but with like the speed and the force that you use, like working the Iowa chert with copper, it loves that stuff. It's like going to the buffet. It's like the Pizza Ranch buffet, and it's like, oh, all I could eat, I'm gonna eat all this up. And then it just blazes through it. Which, you know, you do you. I got like 4 of them, because this is like my main mode of working points down. Yuck. I'll get rid of you. Got some of it. And I'll do, I'm going to have to get more Georgetown in eventually. And usually I'll do some like big spalls. Like I have a big spall of root beer. Like a big old boy. This stuff's good. I think this one's good inside. Well, I had one of them that was frost damage. But this stuff's really pretty. I'm saving that for a special day. I got that from shoot. Oh no, I can't remember. Shoot. Oh. Danny Collins. I got that from Danny Collins' website. It's good stuff. Danny's stocks good stuff. I also got some Hopkinsville chert from him. Hate that stuff. I hate that stuff with a passion. That was painful. Because it's weird. It'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll do that in 1 minute, and then it will just be like, no, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna work. And like, if you get a step fracture, it's just the biggest pain in the butt. I like the there's like a couple different varieties that I got in my box. I had the stuff that has like the bands to it, like it's sort of banded. I gotta be careful about shooting stuff in here because see how steep that is. See how that concavity goes in right there. That nastiness right in there, that's no good. I'm gonna do it anyways though. Whoop, excuse me. The banded stuff, that had like bubbles in it, like it had small little void pockets. I liked the black stuff, that was pretty good. Not my favorite, but you put a little bit of mineral oil in that stuff, oh, it looks cool. I'm like a fan of matte black churts, but I also like glossy black churts because, you know, obsidian's great and all. It's like, oh, just use obsidian, you dingus. Yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes you can't get away with stuff on obsidian that you can with rock. Oh. Get my microphone cord out of the way. And, yeah, I don't know. I think one chert that I really want to find that I think is native to some parts of Iowa, I think it's Excello chert. You can Google that. That was dangerous. Really pretty stuff. I want to get my hands on some of that. I finally got my hands on some, like a long time, well, April 1st. I guess that's a long time ago. No, it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. I got my hands on some Plattsmouth silicified chert. Oop, hold on. Yep. That stuff, and I'll find it here after I straighten my rod. Giggity. I have it in my little special tote, and it's a type of agate. It's also called rice agate. It was the most heavenly. This is unheat treated. This is just gloss from non-heat treat. Look at the fossils in there. Chief, check that out. And I had a cobble that was about this thick, and I split it. I split it like hamburgers, and it just did it. It was so effortless, and it's beautiful. I made one point out of it. I'm saving a piece at work just to show off, and I'm saving this piece for a special day because I don't think I will ever find that stuff ever again. And if I do, well, I'm gonna be a happy boy. But yeah, that stuff, my word, that was easily a part of the, like, can I help you? That was easily a part of like the grade 10 material group of stuff that I've used. What did I use before? I had him, Craig Ratzat, I think. Ratzat. I don't know. He owns Neolithics.com, and he does heat treat Brazilian agate. I had one of those. Oh, that one. I tell you what, I had one of those that was real nice. Sometimes you can get cracks along the seams, and they won't work because they'll be full of cracks. But occasionally you'll get one that is just super duper nice. And my word, cooperative, consistent, clean. I was shooting caterpillar flakes on that like they were nothing. What's a caterpillar flake? That's like those really, really long, skinny flakes that the fancy schmancy dudes do. I'm not that fancy. Except for the Brazilian agate. I was able to be fancy. That was nice. But yeah, that was some pretty nice stuff. I'm just realizing I gotta bring this in just a little bit. This might be somewhat of a longer video. I gotta get off. I'm gonna get that guy off there. These basil strikes aren't my favorite either because you can still snap these in half. There we go. You can still snap them in half pretty easy. I don't get too bent out of shape snapping preforms so long as it's a material that I have a lot of. If I was making a preform with that rice agate and I snapped it, words would be spoken in a very unkind way. I'm realizing I'm giving myself a couple spots of weirdness that I just kind of need to fix up here, especially this. I still haven't tackled this yet, that weird lump. I would love to just kind of like shoot something straight across and eat it up, but I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to waste it. I mean, there are things that I know that I can do. Sometimes that doesn't bother me and I just do them. Because it's just like, oh, well, bombs away, tally ho. And you just kind of see what happens. But yeah, that's one that I'm not really too keen on trying. Maybe I am, I don't know. It'd be fun. It'd be kind of funny. Especially if it works. That's always a good feeling when it's like, it's not going to do it. Then it does it. And you're like, oh, what a treat. What a treat. Yeah, I suppose we better try and find a way to tackle that one. So I might be finishing up with this piece. How are we doing for time? It's about 24 minutes. This might be a little bit longer of a video, but yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Got some of it. Oofta! Didn't do it. Didn't do it. Did not do it. This might be, I want to work my center line up to it just a little bit. Excuse me? Oh, really? I can? Okay. It was like, hey, did you know that you can take a flake right there? Oh, I didn't. I did not. I'll take that. No problem. Sometimes if I'm really good, I can take them through the corner like this. I'm just gonna go around everything. What tried? It really tried. I might be able to nail it now. I think I can get that angle right. I'm gonna braid it good though. Yeah, let's go for it. You just gotta go for it. Yep, there it goes. See it all right there? See it? Woo! I made a really thin section right there, but I'm just gonna thin it out up there then. Just gotta even it out. And then I might call that good. I like to do my shaping. Like, I don't mind using rough shape preforms. I really don't. It gives me a chance to warm up a little bit, especially if I need to thin some more. So, like, honestly, this doesn't bother me. I'd almost be, I'll take this little. Excuse me, can you please get off there? Excuse me. Come on. Thank you. Take that little wing off. Doesn't have much of a tip on it, but yeah. Like I said, I don't really care. I can shape it down to whatever I need it to be. I don't even know if like all preforms were a set shape. Maybe they were. I don't know. Somebody can tell me. Somebody can share their knowledge. 'Cause that's fun. It's always fun. Yeah, I don't know. You call that good? Grind it for future me, but I don't have to. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll be able to clean that up a good bit once I get the time. There's one preform. People that I know that tip probably bothers people. Dude, you didn't finish the tip. What are you doing? Well, I got 2 more pieces I gotta do. So, chill. That's weird. Look at that. It's like disconnected. I just like rocks sometimes, so this is a fun hobby for me. I'm like, I don't know. Like, if you would have asked me before, what's your favorite rock? Well, I don't even know what I would have said. I would have said I like fossils. But now I can say I like chert, because some chert has fossils in it. And you can make stuff out of it. Honestly, I'd probably say that the that rice agate, that Platt's Mouth silicified something, I'd say that's probably my favorite. Ooh, yeah, it's nasty in there. Look at that. Yuck. Chunky. These are very soft strikes. Dude, you're gonna get stuff in your palm. Look out. I'm cool. I'm chill. Me and the rock, we're chill. Sometimes. Not really. Sometimes we get mad at each other, but it's okay. How do I want to do? This is really thin in here, and I don't know how far this cortex goes through. That might be a little bit of a lost cause. If I lose this end, I'm not going to be broken up about it, because there's a lot that needs to be done here. I don't know how thin that is. It is like interesting though, seeing that weird cortex disconnect. Let's see if I can just kind of clean this up. Just clean her up. Nope. Can't get too greedy with it. Oh, darn it, I should have given it a bit more gas behind that one, because now I'm stuck behind the cortex. Here, hold on. Well, excuse me. I'm supposed to go somewhere. Not quite. Also not quite. Dingus. Oh, and of course when I hit it softly, it's just like, oh, okay, I'll pop off. Uh-oh, Popo. I don't know if that's coming through the microphone. Sirens. Let's see. It's probably for me. He's breaking rocks in a bad way. He's not doing it like he's supposed to. Arrest him. Take him to rock jail. Jailhouse rock? Sure. That is a thick cortex. Yuck. Yucky, yucky. That's really, 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 really thin in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save that whole thing. I'm just breaking the cortex off there. That is stupidly thin. Yeah, I don't know if I can save that. And you can't really do much with cortex. Like, it just crumbles. So you got to hit the rock itself if you want to actually peel away the cortex. Cortex peeling can be really fun sometimes, especially if it works. If it don't work, then it's just like, this is a chore. But now that just didn't do a darn thing. I'm just I know I said you can't really hit on the cortex, but which is how separated. So yeah, there's your contrast between, sorry, it's getting blown out. There's a contrast between the cortex and the rock that I'm actually using here. This is also a little bit of a nasty piece if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's that's a big boy right there. Check that out. Look at that. The reveal. Whoop-pow. That's a blade right there, my friend. That is sharp. Look at that. I'm saving that. It was almost an overshoot too, which I don't know. I don't think I would have gotten. I'm not gonna be able to do it. It's too thick. I wouldn't have been like terribly unhappy. This is. How am I gonna? Yeah, this cortex is gonna be a pain in my booty. But that's okay. Get off! This one's requiring a bit more thought than the triangular one, because I'm used to working like triangular pieces. Oof. I'm used to work. I did grossness on there. Whoopsie. I'm used to working triangular pieces because, like I said, I save a lot of my flakes, even the bad ones, because I'm not really. Okay, I was gonna say, who's mowing at like 6 in the morning? It's the groundskeeper. It's a weekday, no sleeping in for you. Sorry if you work the night shift. Shout out to all my boys. Ooh, that's a fun one. Look at the length of that one. Shout out to all my boys. Oh, there's the cortex. So it is thin. Just put it. Just if you put it back and you press it really hard, it sticks, and then you don't got to think about it again. Oy. Hold on. I'm not gonna waste my time with that one. Hold on. I might. There. That was gonna happen inevitably. Now I can just kind of work with this thing, which is fine, because now it's kind of the same shape as this one. Yeah, they're pretty close. Okay. Now that we got that. Throw it away! It's worn out! I still got the edges. Let me use it. Let me use it. Whoop. This is it's getting pretty gnarly too. How are we doing? 33 minutes? I think we're doing pretty okay. Oop. I think he just ran over a pipe. There we go. Well, now that we're this far in, if you've watched this far in, now I can give you a little sneak preview of what I want to do. I have a buddy. This will be the next project, kind of like the basalt challenge was a challenge. This other project that I'm doing, it isn't really a challenge since I'll be using bottle glass. God, that is nasty. Since I'll be using bottle glass, which works really well, I'm just gonna kind of knock some of that off. I feel like that can dampen some of the force that I'm using. I have a buddy, my boy Ian. He's cool. He's a cool dude, certified cool dude. I need to take a drink of water. One's getting dry. Yeah, there we go. My boy Ian, He likes drinking his Topo Chico. And those, he drinks like the big ones. So I've got a ton of, of Topo Chico bottle bottoms. And what I want to do, I don't know, shoot, what's the number? Basically what I'm going to do is I want to do some, like a Cahokia cache. I think, what's the famous one? Mound 72. If you like artifacts and you want to see a collection of insanely beautiful and magnificently preserved points, Google, I want to say Mound 72 point cache. I want to do a bunch of Cahokia points and just kind of make like a point cache series. And since it's bottle glass, it's going to be real easy. It's not going to destroy me mentally and physically like the basalt did, which I'm super stoked about. Am I going to be able to get this one? This is not... Oh my goodness! Look at that. We got, I don't know what that is. I don't know what land formation that is. Can we just knock it off? Maybe. Teehee. It's kind of working. Hold on. I like how I just straightened this rod out and it's already bent again. What was I talking about? Sorry. Like I said, you're getting the full brunt of the ADHD brain this morning. Oh yeah, the point cache. Mound 72 point cache. I want to do those, and that'll be my next sort of challenge series. Get it? Oh yeah! Heck yeah! There we go. That cleaned that up pretty darn good. Look at the thickness of that. Nice. That's what I was trying to do, because there's not a lot of Georgetown here, believe it or not. It is slim pickings. But yeah, that'll be super fun. I think it's going to be splintery. And the good thing about the Topo Chico bottles is they're kind of like an aqua color, which is really... You chungus. Are you kidding me? Oh, never mind. We're good. It's like a bluish aqua colored glass. Very pretty. I'll do bottle bottom points eventually. Nice. In fact, I'm not even kidding. I probably have like 45 pounds of bottle bottoms. I dig for bottles as a hobby. This is so thin. This is gonna be like all Cortex on one side. 'Cause I don't know. Like I genuinely don't know how much thinner I can get it. I bottle dig with a buddy. We go to like old farm garbage pits and dig stuff up. So I got like an insane collection of really pretty bottle bottoms. So expect some of those in videos. I'm not too precious about them because not only do I have like an insane amount of them, I also don't mind working them. I have a bunch of those, like, you know, the thick bleach bottle bottoms. I probably have about, I don't know, like 25 of those, and I have connections with a dude who owns like a 50s dump site, like a town, like a landfill, like a town landfill, and he's super cool. I gotta make him a point sometime. I'm gonna make him a point sometime. I'm gonna get it on video, give it to him, express some thanks. This one might be rough. This one might not turn out too well, because now I'm starting to get grossness in the middle there. A lot of these flat flakes are doing weird stuff where they're making like moon craters. Not good. Don't like that. I still feel like there's a way to clean it up. And I also don't know if this tip area, that might be like the bottom of the Cortex. So that might be a bit gross. But again, that's what you get when you save like all your flakes like me. You don't really filter out too much of the garbage until you get too much and you're like, all right, I gotta cut down. I gotta cull the herd just a little bit because I got too many, which I did do here recently. which was good because I had some just like there's just no way. No way I could have made really much of anything out of them unless I wanted to take like a lot of time. Because I've saved like curved flakes. That's nasty. Where in the world? What in the world? That's nasty in there. I do not like that. I can do stuff with curved flakes. You just kind of got to use like one end of the flake or the other. But those tend to be really small. I don't mind making small points, but it's not my favorite. So I tend to not do it. Oh, that is just all cortex in there. Wow. Yeah, this one might be a dud. That's okay though. Yeah, because that's all just nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. What was I saying? What was I saying? Remind me. Tell me. I don't know. Oh yeah, curved flakes. Some people don't like them. I don't mind them. I will save them if it's a really rare material that I don't have a lot of, if I want to make like jewelry points. I made some earrings here recently. You can check out my Reddit. I think I link my Reddit profile on the description of the video. A lot of people are like, why do you have Reddit? Of all things, that's nasty, that's gross. Yeah, and I agree. Go to Reddit for the hobbies. Do not go there for the politics. It is insane. It's like the opposite of Twitter. Like, ideology-wise, it's just a mess. It is such a mess. But if you go there for hobbies, it is a godsend. It is so nice. You'll have people that'll just like know everything. You'll be like, hey, I have this extremely niche problem and I need it fixed. And somebody will come out of the woodwork and be like, oh yeah, I had that like 16 years ago. This is what you do. And then it helps you. It helps you out. Nice. But yeah, politics-wise, no. I've muted everything because I don't need that. I don't need that there. I go there for fun. I go there to interact with the community. I moderate on the flint napping subreddit. And it's great. There's a lot of beginners there. I've written a couple guides. If you're a beginner, I'm only like a year into the hobby, maybe just a shade over a year. I think my 1 year was sometime around May. No, it was March. Wasn't it? I think it was sometime in March where I hit my 1 year. And I since it was a lot of it was fresh in my mind, I wanted to write a couple of guides because in my mind it was like, okay, what would be a good collection of material? Yuck, that cortex in there is just nasty. I was like, what would be a good collection of materials that would have helped me as a beginner? And with that mindset, I kind of wrote just like a conglomeration guide of a bunch of stuff. My intention being of having it kind of like a hub where you can just go. It's not going to like tell you everything, but if you have like one spot where you can go where everything's kind of organized for you and you don't really got to go and hunt for it, I thought that would be really nice and helpful, or at least that's what I would have liked when I was starting out. And I think it's gotten some good usage. I try to send it out whenever I can. We do get a lot of newbies over there, which is good. I love seeing the newbies. It's fantastic. It's a fun hobby to get into. We're very helpful. We're very friendly. We rage sometimes. Maybe worse than some of the gamers out there. Because when that rock breaks, oh boy. We don't have any controllers to throw though. We just throw the rock itself. We're throwing rocks. Or you can be like, the Bob Rock. Yeah, look at how thin that was. Yuck. You can be like Bob Ross of flint napping, where it's just like, oh, that's a happy little accident. It makes me feel so happy. So happy. But yeah, it's a good place. Check out the flint napping subreddit if you ever get the chance. A lot of super cool guys over there. People sell some stone and stuff. You also don't need an account to view stuff. That was one thing that drove me nuts about Facebook, because occasionally I'd get directed to people on Facebook. I don't want to have to make an account for something to view material. I don't want to do it. I don't need more spam in my inbox. I don't need my information being out there even more than it already is. It's just like, let me view stuff. Let me do my thing. It's all that I want. So that was kind of one small appeal of Reddit and kind of why I got onto it, because you don't really need to have an account to view stuff. Do I want to... This one's really nasty. This one's really, really nasty. I'm trying to think here. How much time do we got? 45 minutes? This might be a little bit longer of a video, but I don't know if you guys mind all too much. That's nasty in there. That's nasty, nasty, nasty. There we go. Just a little bit. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I don't think you guys mind the... Yeah, that's just all cortex in there. Well, but that's no good. I don't know how much I can really peel away, because I don't know if this is going to do anything. But a little bit. Is a scary one. Oh, it did it. It did it. Look at it. That's kind of pretty in there, though. It's got like a little bit of crystals going on. Church is so pretty. Like, you could just send me like any nappable rock and I'll just admire it. Even if it's like not the best. Again, like the Iowa rock. Even if it's not good, I will enjoy it. And there is good rock in Iowa too. Sorry. I shouldn't trash talk the Iowa chert, because you can get like Burlington, Keokuk. Those are really good. A lot of beginners kind of start with Keokuk, because you can quarry it really easy. It needs to be heat treated, but yeah, it's pretty common. Goodness. What was I thinking? Who did that? Who put that there? Who did that? What dingbutt was working on this thing? My word. I'm trying to be very careful, because I don't want that... I don't want that crack to open up and blow the tip off. This is going to be a very ugly point when it's done, but I don't mind. Believe it or not, a lot of my points I kind of just give away. I don't keep too many of them. You know, what the heck? One, because I don't have a bunch of space. I used to frame them. I'm going to make a display. I have like a little, what do they call them? Curio cabinet. I have a little curio cabinet. And I do 3D printing stuff on the side. I think I have a couple shorts on my YouTube channel that have them, we're going to call this one good. That I have a couple, because that is just nasty in there. Oopsie, hinged it. Oh, I'm not worried about it. Dingus. Yeah, there's another one. Not too bad. I got a little bit of a hutch, like a little China hutch, and I do 3D printing as well. On the Jack Crafty stream, Patrick over there, he's got some signs that I've made him decorating his set, his little napping set. He's actually the one who kind of got me started on this method of napping. Love this, because like I said, my hand-eye coordination with the direct percussion, look at me, I was hammering on that. Woo-hoo. That's how you know I was being a bit of a dingus. I learned this method from him, so to pay it forward and to express my thanks, I've printed him a couple of signs for his napping set. He's pretty funny. Whoops. I knew I should have abraded that more. Nope. You always know what you should have done after you did it. That's like the mentality of it all. I'm going to clean that up just a little bit too. And I'm going to, let's see, what do we got here? Let's look at this one. Let's look it over. Chunky in there. That's very chunky, but I can clean that up pretty darn easy, I think. In fact, let's just take care of that right now. Do another one here. It's not great because it's kind of going down because there's really no curve. So it's trying to curve. like I said, I'm not really the most worried. When you're doing preforms, you have a lot of time. Ooh, not always, but you usually have wiggle room. It's better to kind of mess up a little bit early because you have like width and, yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't know why I did that one. You have a little bit of width and thickness to work with. So it's a little bit, I don't know if I should say easier. It's a little more forgiving. And sometimes when you're starting out, or at least what I would recommend, is trying to just make preforms. Don't try to kill yourself doing the like fancy notching and all that. If you can make preforms, the good thing is that you can always come back on to work on them, which is not to say that you can't do that with your other points. It's just that preforms are, you know, by, whoa, double flake. Whoa, that's crazy. Can I put this back together? I don't know if I can. Whoa, that's wild. I've never seen that before. I like double flaked it. Whoa. Huh. I'm gonna keep that for my microblade. I've never seen that before. Interesting. That means my skill is super high. I meant to do that. But yeah, when you make preforms, you can kind of work with them just a little bit more than you would if you tried to just like go make a point, because you can come back to them. And if you're having a bad day and your preforms aren't turning out all too well, you can, you know, you can just set them down because they're not finished. You don't got to worry about messing them up. And, you know, like I said, they're forgiving because you have more width and thickness than you usually would if you were trying to, let's say, like make something, I don't know, this is, since I'm using the example, the Cahokia style. If you mess up on one of those or you like blow a tip off, then it's like, ah, shoot, I've kind of messed it up, I've ruined it. Whereas with a preform, it's like, ah, shoot, I took a big bite out of the edge. Well, now I guess it's just going to be a blank for a different type of point style. So you can adjust to it. So I am always a supporter of, if you're just beginning out, just try to preform. Try to preform right off the bat, and that way you can kind of get a feel for things, because a lot of what goes into making a preform will help you, this is weird, will help you get a better grasp on some other concepts. This is just, this is a weird, I'm in a really weird spot here. I'm kind of just going at it like a mad dog. I hate the fact that I have to deal with that big cliff face, but such is life. But yeah, if you're first starting out and you're watching some of my videos, thank you, first of all. Very cool. Especially if you've gotten this far in. Very cool. I do appreciate that. I very, very much appreciate that. Ooh, that did weirdness. That did weirdness. That did weirdness. Is that a crack? Is that a crack in there? Because it tried to go along that. Or is that just like a seam of something? Interesting. How's my, ooh, it's bent. That's probably why I'm messing up. Yeah, if you're first, like starting out and you're watching these videos, you know, good on you. I appreciate that. And then, you know, I want to try to do a couple more instructional videos. I'm not the best, like visual teacher with this sort of stuff. I can explain some things, but I'm not the best. There are better ones out there. If you like my style of doing stuff, or you just want like an alternative to another napper out there, it's always good to have multiple avenues of information, because different things work well for different people. So it's always good to try to get a variety of information with it. Thinking here. 1 second, let me analyze this real quick. Super duper pooper scooper. It is very thin in there, and I did kind of do some weirdness with all that in there. Oopsie daisy. It's fine. If I'm able to do the Cortex one, I should be able to do this one too. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not super duper worried. But yeah, start with preforms. Do this sort of stuff. You can always come back to it. And it's kind of just like the basis, because this is what, you know, unless you're doing like a flake over grind where you're using slabs, this is what you're going to be doing to start. You got to start with the preform. You don't get to go directly into a point right away. You got to kind of go past a little bit of a stage where your preform is getting formed. So yeah, I don't know. If any newbies are watching, let me know if you want me to do some like instructional preform stuff. Ooh, that got bent again. Instructional preform stuff where I kind of take chunky pieces like this and I try to explain it just a little bit more. Because, you know, most of the time you just kind of end up with chunky pieces regardless. And it might not be applicable to you because you don't want to use the indirects like I'm using. And boy, oh boy, do you not want to take my advice for direct percussion. No, 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 no. Ooh, took a big bite out of that. Whoopsie. Struck too high on it. I took a bunch off. My bad. See, even I mess up. I mess up too. I do get a lot of people saying that they can't believe that I'm only a year in. The reason that I want to give credit to why I've advanced the way that I have is I got way too much free time. And I wake up like super duper early because I do like my workouts and stuff in the morning. Up at like 4:50 usually. So I do those and then it's like, well, I have a little time before work. So I'm just gonna go out in the garage and come on. I'm gonna go out on the garage and bang on some rock. Which I will say too, one thing I have noticed, you stinker. If I like lift like with my arms, that will like noticeably affect my success. I don't know if that's just like physical exhaustion, kind of like translating into fatigue and sloppiness with what I'm doing. But either way, I have noticed that does affect stuff. Let's see. I'm being a little bit reckless with this one because I'm seeing that we're nearing the hour mark, and I know a lot of y'all don't like to watch the super duper long videos, or maybe you do, I don't know. But I'm just trying to work quickly. Just realizing now too, I kind of had a lot of that out of frame. My bad. Still trying to get used to the camera stuff. Oh, Gungus, I wanted that one to do something. Come on. I want to get rid of the lumpy tip here. I think I can do it this way. Yeah, that helped. Didn't fix it, but it helped. There we go. Much better. Much better. What else? What else can I say? I don't know. Oh, let me reward you long watchers again if you've gotten it this far. Let me know in the comments if there's any particular point styles that you want to see me do, because, you know, I'm always happy to do style requests, especially since there's not really a lot of y'all that watch. So that is getting chewed up. But yeah, if you want me to do a specific point style, I can't guarantee that I'm going to do it out of like a regional accurate material. and I can't guarantee that I'm good enough to do it, but I'll do my best. So yeah, it's a little tidbit for you, a little reward if you wanna, or if you do watch these videos for this long. If you don't know what point styles are out there, you don't really need a book or anything. Projectilepoints.net. It's a little bit of an odd website. It's a bit old, but you can do like regional search stuff. Nice. If you have like, oh, what point styles are from where I live? So you can do that sort of thing. That's always fun. And like, if I do happen to have the material from that region, I mean, naturally, I'll try. I have a. I'll break that off. There. Like obsidian style points, like Pacific Northwest or something. I'll tell you what, I got plenty of obsidian. I should have saved that flake. That would have made a nice microblade. Darn it. This is looking pretty darn close to being done. Yucky. See that weirdness in there? That weird like concavity? That's gonna require fixing. Is that a problem for future me? Or current me? I don't know. I'm making this like really thin too. I usually don't try to thin them this much when I'm doing preforms. It's a bit unnecessary. Because like I said, you're gonna thin them more with pressure flaking. Excuse me. Oh, butthead, what are you doing? There we go. Thank you. It was being weird. It was being weird. Just like my cat. He's weird. I can fix that up a little bit. Yeah, I'll fix this side up just a little bit. Then I might call it. What time are we at? An hour and 2 minutes. An hour and 2 minutos. Ooh, that would have been a nasty one. I kind of felt that one. It was going to go down into there. I got to be careful. Got to be real careful. That was a good one. I have thought about selling preforms. Something to make money. I have conflicting, like I get conflicted in my brain because sometimes when you try to make money off a hobby, you start hating it. And like, I just like doing this for fun. This is just like my fun thing that I can do, that I could do for relatively like pretty much nothing. Because, I can collect old bottles and stuff and use that. I don't have to buy obsidian or rock. But, yeah, I shouldn't say I don't want to try to make a business out of it. It really went down, didn't it? It was just, I don't know. Would I make something? Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't mind selling some of my points. Like I said, I can give most of them away, so they're just kind of like gifts, really. But this is getting to be, I'm starting to really work on this thing beyond the preform stage. So many little itty bitties just kind of hanging out. Yeah, I'm working on this thing way past the preform stage, I'd say. This is like almost like some kind of paleo point. Don't know what kind. Maybe it's not even paleo. just kind of looks like it. That's another thing I'm pretty bad about. It looks like it, but it's not actually it. Because there are like some subtleties to certain point styles that are really minute, and to call something something else, it's not correct. No. Yeah. Get back here. No, I'll say that's good. I'll call that. Let's get a collection of the stuff here. Let's see. Yeah. Can we get the lighting to make something look cool? Oh yeah. Look at the flake scars on those. Nice. So yeah, just a couple preforms this morning here. Might do some more of these since I'm kind of in the zone. Or I might make some use out of these. I don't know. I got my other ones here. One second. I'll let you look at them. I'll let you look at them while I dig. Technically, I have a big bin of preforms that I can pull out here. Or not a big bin, but I almost dropped it. Good flavor. Good flavor. I have a bunch of them. I use a crap ton of preforms. This thing's like full. Like Texas rock. That one needs to be cleaned up. I'm taking that one out. That's not good preform. Same with that one. That one sucks. What the heck? That one's nasty but acceptable. That's horrendous. What in the world? I've gotten better. So I gotta fix some stuff. That one. That was a fun one. Look at that one. Ain't that some quality Georgetown? Except for that piece right there. What in the world? It's like the edge of the flake. It's see-through too. You can kind of see it. Yeah. But yeah, they're gonna go in there. Here, since we did get some of that translucency, sorry. Let me, again, a reward for y'all who wait. Let's see. There's some reasonable translucency on that one. Not bad, not bad. But this one, Cortex one, no translucency on that one. That one's not really translucent. But this one, reasonable. The other one, that really nice glossy one, also not really. Huh. Well, yeah. Turn these lights back on. Oh no, my mic. Sorry. I'll come back here. Hold on. I'm discombobulated. What do I have in my lap? Have I lost them? No. Let me give you all one more look here before I clock out, so to speak. I don't know if that one was in there. I'm just gonna put them all on there, because why not? I know y'all don't mind. You just like seeing the pretty rocks just like me. Something about flaked rocks is just pleasant. There's another one. That's good. There we go. Yeah. Very nice, eh? Not bad. Well, thanks for watching, guys, especially those of you who watched all the way till the end. If you just skipped to the end and now you're just looking at all these, I mentioned some pretty cool stuff during the video that those who watched all the way through it, they get to be sneaky, and they get a thing, you know, talk about the secrets that they know. But yeah, they get to know about the next project that I'm gonna start working on. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I will see you all in the next video. Ta-ta.